Hello, dear students. Welcome back to your EVS class. Today we are going to learn yet another important topic, Unit 10. Stay connected. We all need to stay connected. It's something very, very important to human beings. So, today we are going to learn how to stay connected. One of the biggest tool that human beings have is the tool of communication. So what is communication? Communication is the act of sending and receiving information or messages. It's the act of sending and receiving messages or information. So what do we communicate? We communicate our views, our ideas, our feelings, news, and knowledge. These are the various things that we can communicate with others and receive from them. There are verbal and non-verbal means of communication. Verbal is by speaking and non-verbal is by signs and gestures. Okay, signs and gestures. All right, so there are different means of communication. Each human being, sometimes have something very unique to communicate to people. That is, sometimes, like we said, not just verbal communication, non-verbal communication. People use art as a medium of communication. People use writing, poetry, stories and all as a medium of communication. So there are several ways by which you can communicate, that is communicate and receive information also. So let's see what are the means of communication. So let's go back to the ancient times. In the beginning, in the very olden days, what did they do? In the very olden days, they used pigeons. Can you believe it? So what did they do? They would write the information that they wanted to send, okay, on a piece of paper or a fabric, and they would tie it to the leg of the pigeon and would send the pigeon. And that took many days. Okay, and that was used especially in times of war when they had to send information from from the country to the soldiers of that country who have gone for war and all. They used that method of communication, but because it took a long time and it was not always 100% successful, then that method also slowly started receding. Then messengers were sent on horses. You have seen that in wars, you've seen that in some documentary. So they would send messengers on the horses and they would convey to the person. So that also took a while. And those days, the journey and all was so tedious. Sometimes people would not reach their destinations, because it would take days and there were so many dangers. We live in a far better world right now in terms of those things. The 21st century, there are much more gadgets available, much more better methods of transportation and communication available to us. So we don't have to go through all the struggles the people in the olden times went through. So what did they use? Pigeons, horses, etc. But since it was a long, tedious process, people started exploring and inventing other methods of communication. So what are the methods of communication that came after those pigeons and horses? Is the postal communication, the postal method. You must have definitely seen a post box, right? A red painted post box. Yes, we don't see that much these days, but in the olden days, that was the great method of communication when we had to send some information to our relatives or to our friends or to our office business partners, or the letters were sent to other countries or in our own state or in our local areas. But either ways, it was postcards, okay, and then there was inland letters. As you can see on your screen, inland letters or a plain paper. So you will write all the information that you want to convey in the postcard or the inland letter or the plain paper, and you would put it into a post cover. It should be stamped. Very important, a stamp should be there, and the correct address with the pin code and all. That was really needed in those days. Okay, so then what do you do with that? That letter will be put in the red post box that you can see, and then the postman would come, and I'm sure you would have seen postmen come on their cycle, or they'll be coming by walking. They have a bag. Very interesting profession. They knew almost everybody in that locality, because they would give letters, or any kind of postal communication that came for that particular household. Okay, they would be delivering those to that household. So the postman was quite an important person in that community in those days. So the postman would come and take it from the post box. Okay, there'll be a time of the day that the post box will be opened, and the letters, or inland letters or postcards, will be retrieved, taken to the post office, sorted it out based on the region, and then it would be sent to different places. So that was how the postal communication happened. Then people, wanted little more closer relationship, a closer connection to their family members, since we are talking about stay connected. So to come a little more closer to their family and friends, people started inventing other methods. Telephone, that was the next invention. So that telephone helped people to hear the voice of their friends or their family or their relatives. It's very important that you hear the voice, because voice conveys a lot of feelings, sad feelings or sad emotions, happy feelings, angry feelings. Anything can be conveyed through your voice. So it was very important that we could hear our relatives and our loved ones' voices. It was nice to catch up, and people would talk for long hours. But those days the cost was there. We had to pay so much money for this many minutes. So there was an STD call. Okay, state, there was a call for the state, that is different states of our country. Then there was an international call. Then there was a local call. So all this was available in those days. But nevertheless, they helped us to connect with our families or friends. The connections are always sometimes difficult. If it rained, the climate changed, then we would not get connections. Or if, so various disturbances were there. But when we got connected, we would talk and enjoy listening to the family and the news and all those ideas. So that was how telephone became very important. But those days, the telephones were in one place. The instrument was in one place. Nowadays, yes, we have mobile phones or cellular phones which can come with us anywhere, anytime, at the click of a button. So that's how much we have progressed from our humble telephone. Then there was fax machines. There are fax machines still. They are scanned printed information that is sent usually for business purposes or any other important purposes, and it uses the telephone lines. It uses the help of telephone lines, but they are scanned printed messages. That was the fax machine. Now, these are the three important means of communication that we had. We're going to learn something about mass communication. What is mass communication? We have learned till communication. What is mass communication? When we have to convey, that is exchange, sending or exchanging information or messages to a large number of people at the same time. Okay? Sending or exchanging information or messages with a large group of people at the same time is called as mass communication. So what are the means of mass communication? We have radio, television, newspapers and magazines, and computers. These are the methods of mass communication. So let's see them one by one. Yes, radio. Radio was one of the most important tool of communication, mass communication in those days. I am sure at least one of your grandparents' home, there will be a radio. Because those days they would just listen, it will be playing in one corner of their house, they can hear it everywhere. And when they're working, they will hear news about our country or other countries, Olympic news or any other news. It would be conveyed to large number of people at one time. Okay, so your neighbor also will be getting the same news, the aunt and uncle will be getting the same news, so everybody would be getting the same news at the same time, okay, to a large group of people at the same time. There were songs, there were speeches, there was news, everything was there in the radio. But then progress came. So radio was only audio, that means audio information or in audio means of communication. Then came the television. Television changed the mode of communication so much because we could see and hear at the same time. And television was such a important part of every household. Everybody who had television in those days were very important families. It was like that, and not everybody had the money and the privilege to have television in those days. But nowadays every home has a television. Those days, television was black and white, and then then it became color. So in any case, we had audio, that is audio and video, both we could with the help of television. The mass communication with the help of television was a great tool because people could see things also, like for example, when those days, is suppose they were speaking about some cookery show on the radio, the moms of the house or grandmoms of the house could only hear. Well, that was enough those days. But when television came, you can also see the image or see the cookery show, and then you can hear also. So it was a double benefit because of television. Then, of course, newspapers and magazines. Newspapers and magazines are printed methods of communication to a large group of people. Newspapers, every morning we get newspaper. These days, it has progressed to such a point that there are newspapers in every language. Wonderful, no? So everybody can have access to information. So those are the newspapers and magazines. The next one is computers. Very, very, very important, no? Computers have changed the method of communication. It's an electronic media. Okay, so it is the electronic media by which you can send and receive messages within seconds from any part of the world, right? Yeah, computers have changed the way people look at things. They have connected, they have computers have brought people together from every part of the world. You can communicate to anybody in any part of the world in seconds and get information and learn about other countries, other people groups, or learn new things about school or colleges. Everything was possible because of computers. So have you enjoyed learning about what was the method, what is communication, what were the means of communication in the olden days, how it has progressed, and where are we now? We are in the computer world now. So we had, as you can see pictures, you have seen pictures, as you can still see pictures of these means of communication then and now. I hope it was a very resourceful class about communication, and next time remember that communication is one of the very powerful tool in the hand of a human being, because you can convey so many things to the other person, and also you can receive information. These days, when you just type on the Google, you can ask about anything you want to Google search engine, and it will give you all the information about any corner of the world, be it Arctic Circle or be it the remotest Amazon forest tribes. Anything, you can get information in the second. Okay, so that is how we have progressed. I hope you enjoyed today's class, and I hope you will keep learning much more things with all these media that is available, with all the electronic media that's available, and keep yourself well informed. So till we meet in the next class, bye bye.